fucking teeth knocked out. Find out and get your fucking teeth knocked out. That one hit quitter. That one hit quitter. That one hit quitter. Let's find out and get your fucking teeth knocked out. Find out and get your fucking teeth knocked out.
What's going on, everybody? My name's Danny Ferrari.
My name's Parker Immense.
We are Excellent Sound, and we are back with a very, very special video of Marshmello and
there it is.
And Eptic, right?
Eptic.
Forget what I said. .com, no. Marshmello. Clap it up.
Brand new album just dropped.
Brand new album. He's doing bangers again.
Finally,
Slappers.
dude. Finally. This was like the best song
Yeah.
for sure on the album.
I think so too. We listened to it. I think he's just trying to get back to his roots a little bit.
Is this an Eptic like featuring Marshmello?
Yeah,
or
right. But it's a really, really cool track. Nonetheless, as always, we're gonna have the free download in the description below, so you guys can go grab that right now with the preset and the rack. So we're gonna be using Serum today. We're gonna open it up and show you guys how to make one of these sounds. So let's just jump into it. Make sure you guys like the video. Comment nipple down for a chance to win a
or a
pack of your
Marshmello
choice.
fucking emoji.
Marshmello emoji or Eptic emoji. They both wear hats.
Oh yeah, there's the dragon Eptic emoji. That would be kind of sick.
I like Eptic's fucking hat.
Yeah,
you know what I
dude.
mean? His like sick little fucking. It's like a totem pole or
Does
some
he
shit.
wear it on stage?
No idea.
Tell us in the comments if
Tell
he
us
wears
in the
a helmet.
comments if he wears that shit on stage. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump right into it. So the sound we're gonna be showing you guys how to make today is this actual sound right here. Sounds like this. Woo! Little fast, whippy sound. Really easy sound to make, actually. Really, really cool. One of the reasons why we chose this song, and specifically this sound, is because we have a ton of these sounds like this and better in our brand new pack. Drops only volume 2, okay? You still have a chance to get the extra 50 bonus presets, so if you guys want to go check that out, it's in the link in the description down below. It's 35 bucks, 150 Serum presets, no fucking plucks, no fucking chords, no fucking plaids.
No melodic bullshit, dude.
No pads.
Get that shit out of our face.
So yeah, make sure you guys go cop that. Definitely got a lot of great sounding Serum presets in there to get you drop ideas going very, very, very quickly. Really helpful in writing drops and a lot of sequence stuff in there. So it's really, really cool. You guys seem to love it. Also check out Drops Only Volume 1 while you're at it too. We got that one as well. There it is. Bam. So 1 and 2. Hang out, get involved.
Great package.
All right, so for this sound, we're gonna go ahead and pull up Serum right now. I have an initiated sound. It's gonna sound like this in context. Sick.
So dope.
Okay, so now that we got our initiated patch, we're gonna go ahead and pull it up like this. We are going to start with Oscillator B today, okay? We're switching it up again. Yeah, you guys seem to like that. Oscillator B, you're gonna go on ahead and have a basic shape like so. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna set it to -1 like this. It's gonna be really low, so it's gonna sound kind of weird, so just deal with it. Right, it's gonna sound kind of, right? Kind of annoying. Okay, so now that we got that going, let's go ahead and you're gonna wanna make 2 LFOs today. The only 2 LFOs that you need to make are pretty simple to make. They're just like this little whooper right here, little swoosh bop, and this little triangle, which is pretty much basic. And the settings.
Swoosh bop, huh?
Yeah, swoosh bop. Settings for LFO 1 is set to trigger and 16th note, and LFO 2 is set to trigger and 16th note. Okay, so now that we got that, let's go ahead and put LFO 1 on the level knob, and I'm gonna turn the level knob all the way down and turn the LFO all the way up on that. It's gonna go, you can't really hear it because we're at a low octave, but that's essentially what it is. Okay, now that we got that, let's go ahead and initialize oscillator number 1, and we're gonna go ahead and do the basic saw shape like so. We're gonna set this to -1. Okay, and then we're also going to adjust the warp mode to sync. So make sure you have the sync warp mode on, and you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna put that to 3.76. We're gonna add some macros too for you guys, so that I'm gonna kind of explain how you can kind of do that. But for right now, put it to that. That is the setting you wanna have it at. And then we're also going to add For oscillator B, we're going to go ahead and make sure that it's FM from A, okay? FM from A, and make sure the knob is about 66%, and make sure the level knob is down on oscillator A. Should be sounding like this, okay? So you're also going to want to make sure that you have LFO 1 on the FM from A knob on oscillator B, and you're going to want to pull that back to -12, okay? Make it sound more like shit. And then you're going to want to go ahead and put the LFO 1 on the sync knob as well, and that's going to be set to 3. Perfect. Okay, now that we got that, let's go ahead and we're going to use our first macro. The reason why you're going to want to do this is going to be really, really helpful for you to be able to tune this sound to however you want it, okay? So go ahead and click on macro 1. So we're going to make this, and you're going to label it FM, okay? And what you're going to do is you're going to throw this macro onto here, onto the FM knob, and you're going to set it to 100, okay? And then the setting of the macro is 44%. But look, I can kind of... This is kind of helpful for doing those minute tuning, which is what we were kind of trying to do to match it. Like I said, put this in this position, which was at 66%. Put the FM macro on that. Make sure it goes both ways, and put the macro to about 44%. Okay, we're also going to do one on the sync as well. So go ahead and make a macro right here on number 2 and call it sync. And you're going to put this on the sync knob, which is set already at 3.76. And you're going to turn that up to 100. And it should be right in the middle, right? So middle is right here whenever it's going both ways. It's right there. So you could tune it, which is kind of cool. So yeah, just have it about 50%. That'll be good. These ones we'll get into once we get into the effects. We're going to be talking about how you guys can get all of these sounds and all of these presets that are in this project file very, very soon. So look out for that. We remake everything here. We remake all the samples and all the sounds by hand, American made, whipped in a pot.
Hollywood made, baby.
Right here in Hollywood.
Straight up.
Yeah.
In the heart.
We don't have, we're not Nike, dude. We don't have child labor in China. No.
Or fucking Hollister.
Hollister does that too?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, you tried to work at Hollister, right?
H&M? Yeah, they wouldn't hire me, dude.
You weren't hot enough.
I was gonna be a model, and
they offered me several jobs.
Dude, I definitely got fired. Didn't even get hired.
I was too hot. They're like, you're super hot. You want to work here? I was like, no. Could have been working at the same store. This guy could have been cool. Could have been the guys shirtless with the ties on. Fuck, those guys are so hot.
So fucking
they
hot,
smelled
dude.
So fucking good, bro.
Yeah, you're just that fucking, those chemicals in the air, dude, just going in your nostrils, you know?
Super hot, guys. Damn. Great smells everywhere. So next we're going to go ahead and activate our noise. This is really important for the sound. Okay, you're going to want to use cymbal loop. That's the one. You can also change this if you want to get a different tonality for your own sound if you want to do that. Make sure you set it to the key tracking on and set the pitch to 53 ST. And make sure that you have LFO 1 on the level knob, and make sure the level knob is all the way down like so. And you're going to want to turn that up to 100. Gives it that little white noise.
It's a really nice cymbal sound.
Great. Okay, so that's looking pretty good so far. Okay, now let's go ahead and initiate our filter. We're going to go ahead and use a comb filter. Okay, the comb filter is in miscellaneous combs. Okay, you're going to want to go ahead and make sure both A and B are going to it, and make sure you set the cutoff to about 98 hertz, the resonance about 51, drive all the way down, damp all the way up, and mix all the way up. Okay, now that we got that, let's go ahead and apply our LFO 1 to the cutoff. Okay, we're going to put that on the cutoff like so. And you're going to go ahead and set that to -2. So when you have a comb filter, right, smoke this fucking nug.
Smoke that shit up, dude. Smoke that shit up.
And if you're going to modulate anything on the cutoff, it's going to actually change the pitch because there's so many removed frequencies that it's swiping through that it can actually change the pitch. So when you're using an LFO on the combs, unless you want a specific sound that's going to be really, really aggressive pitch sounding, do subtle changes on a comb filter like so with the cutoff. If you do too much, it's going to be more like real farty. you can get a lot of cool sounds of that. So yeah, just a quick little tip, quick little snapper, dude. Snap that little bowl.
Oh yeah, dude, a little snap, dude.
Just a little snapper, dude. That's what
I miss my snappers, dude.
You miss with your GDP.
Fuck yeah,
Shout out
dude.
you. If you knew what GDP was in the other video, I did not know. He kept making jokes. I left him hanging. I had no idea what it was.
Love that shit, dude. GDP, smoke that shit up in your notch.
Oh, if you guys seem to love the peekaboo video,
yeah,
with isoxo. Eye sockets. If you guys like that video too, make sure you guys go check it out. It's right here. Right? Really cool sounds in there too. We're doing drops, man. It's drop season.
Fuck yeah, dude.
It's definitely
festival
season.
season.
It's festival season. It's drop season. Let's go ahead and also now apply the LFO 1 onto the resonance, okay? And the resonance, you're going to want to have it go all the way up to 100. So make sure that's all the way up. Make sure you turn it all the way up too, because look, it's not 100 right away. Perfect. Okay. Now let's go ahead and add it to the drive as well. We're going to pull the drive back to 48. I know, it sounds just like real flappy right now. But we're going to get there. We're going to go ahead and add a macro to the comb cutoff filter. So I used macro number 4 for some reason. You could do 3, whatever you want. I named it comb 2. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to put that on the comb filter. Again, the comb cutoff is at 98 or 84 hertz. And you're going to have it make sure it goes both ways and have it to 100. And then the setting on the macro is going to be 54%, but you can... That way you can kind of adjust it and get some more minute tuning. That's why we made these macros. I wanted to add something a little bit different to this one, like showing how powerful macros are when you're sound designing. Here's another fucking nug. Smoke. Dude, I'm gonna hit another one.
Oh, we're getting blazed. Blazed. There we go, dude. There we go.
Macros are so fucking useful. They are so great at helping you sound design. A lot of people just use them as whatever's in their preset.
Yeah.
But if you have a macro, you can always kind of go back to where you had it. So it's kind of like an undo too, in a way.
Yeah.
So if you use macros, you can kind of get more minute details and fine tuning, like we're doing here with this comb filter. Really, really great trick. I recommend that you guys start using your macros a lot more, just to be able to help you sound design, so that you can kind of always go back to where you were, or add minute, tiny little details here and there for tuning.
It's also really nice for like your B sections of your drops with that same sound, where you're just changing it a little bit just to, get a little variation.
Smoked me the fuck out with that.
Smoked you out, dude.
Thank you, bro.
There we go.
Thank you, bro. That was a
Smoke
great
that
strain.
shit in your notch.
That was some GDP.
GD
nugs
pizzle.
of knowledge. So yeah, I just wanted to add that little point right there. So yeah, there's the comb filter. So now let's go ahead and get into the effects. But before we get into the effects,
if you guys want to pick up this Ableton project file, as well as samples, serum presets, a ton of different racks, go on our Patreon. You can find that link in our description down below. There's tons of different tiers. There's a feedback tier. There's a YouTube legacy tier. There's individual video tiers.
VIP tier.
VIP tiers with tons of really cool packages. There's a mystery loot, a lot of cool stuff in there, so go check that out. It really helps the channel a lot.
Okay, now that we're back, let's go ahead and jump into effects. So first we're gonna have a hyper dimension. You're gonna set the rate to 40, the detune all the way up, the mix to 18, the size to 0, and the mix to 11. Just a little spreadage, right?
Yeah, spread it.
We're gonna go ahead and put LFO 1, spread that shit, dude. Put LFO 1 on the mix knob, and we're gonna go ahead and turn that down to about 35. I know, it still sounds like shit. Don't worry, it'll get there. And then let's go ahead and put it on the mix knob over here on the dimension and set that to 23. Now let's go ahead and activate a distortion, and you're gonna wanna use hard clip and make sure the drive is set to 18% and the mix is set to 56, okay? And you're gonna wanna make sure that you put LFO 1 on the drive, and you're gonna set that to 80 toots. Okay, and you're also gonna go ahead and put that on the mix knob as well. The mix knob is gonna be set to, 100. One thing I forgot to do is put a LFO 2 on the fine tune real quick. We're gonna add it to some stuff a little bit later as well, but first I wanted to make sure we got this. We're gonna go ahead and set that to 2. Just a little bit of pitch modulation. We were trying to match the original. Back into the effects, we're gonna go ahead and use a delay. Delay feedback at 26, left and right at 48.7. Make sure they're linked, and make sure that you have it set to on and the mix at 11%. And you're gonna go ahead and apply LFO 1 to the mix knob, and that's just gonna go barely up to about 5. Next, we're gonna go ahead and add a comb filter. Okay, a comb low 6. It's in the flanges right here, so it's a comb with a low pass filter. We're gonna go ahead and turn that on, and we're gonna go ahead and add the cutoff to 94, the resonance to 24, the drive to 40, the low pass frequency all the way down, pan at 50, and mix all the way up. And we're gonna use that low pass frequency to our advantage. We're gonna go ahead and put LFO1 on there. Gives it a little bit more whippage.
Yeah, dude, it's starting to whip.
Okay, and let's go ahead and add macro 3 now. So we're gonna go back to macro 3, and we're gonna add that onto the comb filter here. So again, the comb filter is at 93 Hertz. We're gonna go ahead and put macro 3 on there, and you're gonna have that set to 100. Make sure it's going both ways, and then turn the cutoff up to 71%. Which is really nice to be able to tune it a little bit again. So we're getting a lot of low end, but we're gonna go ahead and cut that out here in just a minute. Next, we're gonna go ahead and add a OTT with the settings of threshold at -18/1, ratio at 4/1, 90, 90, and 11.5. I always get it like, it's weird, my muscle memory always puts it to 11.5.
Yeah.
Like most of the time, I don't know
It's
why.
wild, dude.
We're getting that really wispiness that we were really looking
It's
for.
pumped
now
up
with that.
now, dude.
Okay, now that we got that, let's go ahead and make an EQ. We're gonna do a little low cut right here, and we're gonna do a notch on this side. On the low cut, frequency is gonna be at 176, Q is gonna be at 60, gain at 0. On the far right side with the nipple side is gonna be 11125, Q at 51, gain at 13.1, and we're gonna go ahead and turn that on as well. And now that we got that, we're gonna go ahead and add LFO1 to the frequency knob, and that's gonna be going to -7, okay? So set that to -7, so it's going backwards. Okay, now that you got LFO1 set back on the frequency to -7, we're also gonna go ahead and add it to the frequency on the left side of the low cut to make a sort of this little high pass filter for us at 26. A little bit more choppy now, right? Adding that little bit of chopnish. And then we're gonna go ahead and set a reverb, and the reverb's gonna be set to plate mode with the size at 6%, delay at 29, low cut at 76, high cut at 22, damp all the way up, width all the way up, and set to 16% on the mix knob. Make sure you got it set to mono too as well. Now that we got all this stuff done, let's go ahead and go back into LFO2 and go to the main page. There's this really cool panning thing that's happening in this song, which is really cool with this sound in particular. And the way that I figured out how to do this was obviously using a bunch of different sounds and using our normal methods of like hyperdimension and auto pan and stuff like that. But the way that I found out that worked with the best for this specific sound to match the panning was to put LFO2 on the pan knob and have that pulled back to about 71. Right, and then also on the pan knob of the noise as well, and have that set to Sevs 3s. Now it's just dancing in our ears, dude, left and right.
You know, we pride ourselves with doing as much as we possibly can in Serum before we even touch anything else. You know what I'm saying? Could have easily done this with AutoPan. You know what I'm saying?
We could have drawn it into you know, by hand.
Yeah, but that's what's so sick about like our remix synths is that you could actually pull it up and everything's right there. You don't have to add something fucking after. You know what
Absolutely,
I'm saying?
yeah.
But,
and speaking of that, we're gonna go ahead and jump into the rack processing, which is in the download description below. Another cool thing I wanted to mention too with this sound in particular before we get into the processing is that you can actually turn off Oscillator A and Oscillator B and just use a noise. Just the noise itself is pretty sick. Obviously we got the effects going and everything too, but just sometimes just using the noise can get you a really, really cool sound. That's what I was mentioning. If you listen to one of the drops only demos, one of the trap drops in there that we made, there's this really cool wispy sort of white noisy sound, you know? And it's really, really simple. I mean, just even doing this with a cool LFO and a little bit of effects sounds great. You know, so just a cool little tip right there.
Yeah, you guys can actually hear that sound in our Drops Only demo track.
Yeah, so go check that out. Drops Only Volume 2. Okay, so now we got that going. Let's go ahead and get into the processing. We're going to use erosion for this. If you don't have erosion, you can use texture and just try to match it best you can. Use the noise setting and pull it up to about 107. You can see the settings right there. Making it real fatty. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and now cut out those lows, those annoying pesky lows. Set it to 306.
Those pesky lows.
Little top knot right here. Now here's the big thing too, and this was adjusting it, and you can use this in any DAW. Most DAWs have frequency shifters, but essentially we set the shift to 360 and the fine to -26 and 100%. That really, really did.
That has a lot of like timbre that it adds that normal frequency shifters don't have. I don't know why the Ableton one is so sick like that.
It's really, really
you know?
dope. The frequency shifter in Ableton is really, really good, but if you don't have it, I'm pretty sure you can make it work. It's essentially, all we're doing is really just fine-tuning it and messing with it. That really is a lot of the sound.
Yeah.
In case you guys were wondering, the note we are using is a C sharp. Right here, you can see it in the piano roll. But yeah, the frequency, but that's just because we were just matching it. That's not the key of the song at all. We just had to just put it wherever it sounded right. Okay, now that we got that, let's go ahead and add some OTT. OTT, you're just gonna pull up some highs, mids.
You know me.
Yeah, OTT.
Yeah, you know me.
1993.
Yeah, you know me.
What is it? You know an OPP? Yeah. What does that mean?
Other people's pussy.
Other people's pussy.
Smoke that fucking nodge, dude. Those 90s nodge, dude.
Dude, we should save OTT as OPP, bro.
Dude, I would love that.
This will be the default OPP. Highs, mids, lows, output at 2.8, time at 339, and amount at 100%. Beautiful. Oh, you hear that little artifacts at the end? Don't worry, we'll fix that.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Add another little low cut and a big high shelf, like around here, around 791. And then just a little bit of gate to get rid of that shit. Gates are kind of fun to use. Threshold at around -26 and the floor all the way down. Lastly, we just have a little bit of reverb to give it that sort of big trap feel. Decay at 743 and dry wet at 20%. Beautiful.
Such a sick sound, dude. You can use this in fucking anything, bro.
Yeah, just holding this
dubstep,
shit down.
hybrid trap, really, really cool.
Absolutely, man.
Shout out Eptic. If you guys are watching this, go tag him.
Yeah.
Tell us how we did. You know what I'm saying?
Tag Marshmello.com.
Yeah, what's
tag
his name?
Marshmello. Tag.com.
Yeah.
Tag Chris.
Tag everybody. Let them know, dude. We wanna talk to him, dude.
Yeah.
You know?
Tag Tiesto. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Again, the download is in the description below. So make sure you guys go grab that, like the video, subscribe for more. We will see you guys in the next one. And thank you so much.
Thank you guys for watching.
Peace.
Ain't got your fucking teeth